day 689 being Christopher Cruz. Just got off a call. So amazing. This is with my friend who is, we've done a couple coaching calls. And our last call, she told me to speak boldly about God. And that was just like, that changed things. And we get on this call and we were going to finally talk about purpose. And her energy was just off. And I'm like, what's going on? And I knew immediately what I had to do. I had to take her through this exercise called the Cycle of Identity. And we went through that. And God gave me this message for her that I had to write down. Like, I wrote it down like frantically because it just hit me. And it was, trust me with your life so I can trust you with the life I have planned for you. And we got into this whole conversation about trust and faith and all of this stuff. And I let her know, like, at some point along the way, you stop trusting God. At some point along the way, you had something against God and you haven't forgiven him yet. And you have to figure out what that is. And so she's going to go do that exercise. And I was like, you have this faith, but something happened along the way. And you got to actually dive in right now. And you got to figure out, what is that splinter that's stuck in your faith, that's causing the unbelief, that's causing you to not trust God fully. And I was like, we all have splinters. And then I thought to myself, like, what's my splinter? I was like, wait, but I trust God. And I thought, yeah, I've always trusted God. Like, my deepest belief has always been everything happens for a reason. Because even though I didn't know Jesus, or I didn't know the Bible, or I didn't even know God, even when I was in my New Age spiritual and, worshiping the universe and all this stuff, I had this deep faith. I've just always had this deep faith. And, I've had this happen to me and that happened to me and whatever, but I've always just believed it happens for a reason. So I've always had this core deep faith. And I didn't know that until we just had this conversation. I said, what's that splinter? And we all have it. And then I realized, oh my God, that's the gift that God has given me, is faith. I have this unwavering, undeniable faith where it's like, no matter what happens, I still believe. Like, someone could come out today and say that the Bible was written by the government or something like that. It still wouldn't change. I would still have faith. I still know God is there. I still have it. And just when I said that, I got a little bit of anxiety. I felt a little bit of that unbelief, but now it's completely gone. I still have faith. I have moments of doubt, but at the core, there is this deep, amazing, incredible faith. And that is why I'm able to lead believers closer to God. And God told me my purpose was to lead people back to God, right? So I'm having all these conversations with believers who have stepped away from God, and I'm actually leading them back to God through the faith that I have, because my faith, they see my faith and they feel my faith, and I speak with so much faith that it encourages their faith and it allows them to believe deeper. And so all these conversations I'm having with people, they're believing more and more and more, their faith is increasing. And so God has given me this amazing gift of faith. And isn't it perfect that that's why the enemy attacked it? The devil attacked my faith. He tried to convince me that I don't believe in God, when I believe in God on the deepest level. It's like this unwavering belief in God. So how sneaky and brilliant is the devil to attack the greatest gift that God has given me, which is my faith. The number one thing that transforms people's hearts and leads them back to God. It's like, wow. And I said that on that call and we were like, whoa. The devil is so sneaky, so deceptive. And it's just like, what? That is just crazy. He's attacking my faith because that is the greatest gift that God has given me. That's crazy. And that's how I'm able to lead these believers who've been, following God for 30 years, 40 years, 15 years, 10 years. And I'm allowing, who it is in me allows, accesses something in them that helps them reach that next level of belief and faith. It's crazy. So her whole energy shifted. She was in tears. It was just so powerful. And that message God gave me, trust me with your life so I can trust you with the life I have planned for you. And it was like, God has such a massive life plan for you, but he can't trust you with it yet because you don't trust him. And what he's going to give you is going to be so big that you're going to have to trust him to be able to do it. And when he's going to give you all of this with great power comes great responsibility. He's going to give you this massive life, but he has to know he can trust you with it. Otherwise you can work for the devil and you can turn this blessing into a curse. Hitler and Martin Luther King had the same gifts. One worked for God, one worked for the devil. It's like you got to choose how you're going to use your gifts, but you can't use your gifts for God if you don't fully trust God or believe in God. So, significant. Wow. We've had 3 calls now. All of them were supposed to be about purpose, and none of them have been about purpose. First one was me leading her back to God. The second one was her leading me back to God. And this one is me leading her back to God. And it's just crazy and amazing. God is great.